Welcome and thank you for joining me. I'm Classy Cassie, your favorite tarot card reader and psychic advisor. And I'm coming to you today to talk a little bit about the name Cassandra from Greek mythology. Have you ever noticed how many psychic readers are out there using the name Cassandra? And mostly with the letter C beginning Cassandra. However, if you actually know anything about ancient Greek, you'll know that C is actually a number in Greek, not a letter. And the sound that we use for C is actually done with a K. That's why my name is Cassandra with a K. And who is Cassandra in Greek mythology? Well, she was a priestess and a princess in the court of Troy. Now, you might have heard of the Trojan War, where the Greeks and the Trojans were fighting each other for 100 years. And at one point, the city of Troy, which had a very tall and thick wall, was put under siege by a fleet of ships from Greece. And they were outside the walls and couldn't breach it for an entire year. But the people on the inside, they were fine. They had all the supplies that they needed, and they were going to wait the Greeks out forever. Now, getting to the juicy part of the story, the Greek god Apollo fell in love with Cassandra and was consumed with desire for her. And in his efforts to seduce her, he gave her the gift of prophecy. Then Cassandra spurned his offer. Actually, she spurned him and made Apollo furious, because once the gift had been given, it couldn't be taken back. So Apollo cursed Cassandra so that no one would believe her prophecies. And toward the tail end of this year-long siege, there was a hilarious banquet going on in the royal quarter, in the court of Troy. And Cassandra prophesied that the Greeks were going to win the Trojan War. And everyone laughed at her. No one believed her. There was no way they were going to let the Greeks win. And this is when Cassandra, clever Cassandra, coined the phrase, "Beware of Greeks bearing gifts." And the moral of the story, unfortunately, is that most people don't like to hear the truth. Cassandra was a truth teller, and she suffered the slings and arrows of the ignorant for her clinging to the truth of her prophecies. And in fact, this comes down to us today as the Cassandra Conundrum. And that means that you know that you're right. You know that you know the truth, but nobody around you believes you. The Cassandra Conundrum. Thanks for joining me today. Book a reading soon.